sedentary, so their populations build up on a tree, and if they're dense enough, they compromise the bark, and that allows the fungal spores that they carry to move in. And on trees that are not resistant, what happens is you start first seeing these depressions in the bark where the cambial layer is killed off, then the bark starts cracking open and our native fungi move in and eventually finish the tree off, which snaps off usually at mid-trunk height. In this case, this tree is encapsulating the fungus in these round cankers, but it's taking an incredible amount of energy, and I guess eventually it will succumm.
Do they get out before they encapsulate? That probably takes longer than the little white things to get out, right?
Yeah, usually often by the time you get to this stage, you don't find the scale insect on them anymore. You just find the fungus has been inoculated, the tree's been reduced in vigor, but they're still here. Now, the reason I worry about this is that beech is our only interior forest, native interior forest tree that root sprouts. So you can see we have a lot of little beech around here. They're clones off of this individual most likely. So as these trees sicken, they send up root sprouts. And in areas where you have a lot of beech, which luckily you don't have right here, but in stands that are really, dense with beech, that have beech that are, really succumbing to disease, you can generate these dense understories of beech from root sprouts that a forest ecologist at Yale has called beech hells, because they become very difficult to move through, and they start acting like an aggressive, invasive exotic because they are so dense and they have such a dense mat of roots that they knock out everything else.
Oh, yes, okay. I've seen, you can't get through it.
Yeah, very, very dense understories and nothing else there, just beech. Everything else has been knocked off by this very dense network of rhizomatous roots in deep shade. And so what happens in a stand like that is that these trees that don't have resistance are selected for, because as they grow up and get hit, they just send out more root sprouts, and trees that are resistant and have nuts that might have that resistance, they can't compete with the dense root sprout understory. So what you see in those stands is resistant trees being selected out and non-resistant ones being maintained. That's why I'm really worried about it, because it's a very serious plant. I mean, it's this is a great strategy for the beech, this ability to root sprout, but it's now an impediment in this situation.